our aim to make Singapore SMEs to work together and make them better and bigger.
Our vision is to make every senior a volunteer.
Our vision is to bring people, corporate and communities together to create a sustainable future for one and all.
I think in many ways, the government has adopted what we call a 3P framework. And the 3P stands for the public sector, the private sector and the people sector. And in many of the things that we do, if we can bring everyone together to combine our strengths, do you see particular areas in your voluntary work or in your sphere of life that you think we can do more?
In the year 2030, 1 out of 4 Singaporeans will be 65 years and older.
Yes.
So, what better way than to get a senior to help a senior? So that's our mission, to turn every senior into a volunteer.
Right.
So if you put a senior who has been there, who knows what's going on, hey, I've been there, I'm just like you.
Yes.
So they feel more reassured.
Well, that's wonderful because you are looking at a problem that is growing.
Yes.
But at the same time, turning it into something positive.
We have to reduce the cost
Yes.
to stay competitive.
Yes.
We actually now trying to talk to some IT companies where we want to do route optimization program.
Right.
So that way we actually can cut the route distance by at least another 20 to 30%. So that is actually a cost saving for us in terms of petrol, in terms of manpower, and also the time for the customers. And that way we can defer the costs, which the other companies also can use.
So it's a good example of how we can come together to
Yes.
achieve a common goal.
Correct, sir.
And yet each of us can still remain competitive in our own area of work. Have you come across good examples where you can bring people together to discuss how they can collaborate and achieve more?
So a lot of people are always thinking that, well, environmental sustainability can never coexist with prosperity of business. So as a matter of fact, in 2020, we're going to launch a Pursuing Sustainability with CapitaLand Mall in Plaza Singapura. So you can imagine like Body Shop, a UK Brighton company, Innisfree, a Korean company, Clarins. We're all coming together to do a beauty waste minimization program. In the past, this container used to be thrown out the window once it's consumed or once it's used. That's why I thought it's a good example of how businesses and people can come together.
Yes,
Consumer wanting to do something for part of this sustainable journey.
Right.
The corporates and the businesses provide an avenue to recollect these items together.
Right.
And Terra and Samways then process it into upcycling or recycling.
Do you think the seniors will be interested in this?
Oh, definitely. The seniors now, they are game for anything.
So you can also work with Kumar, and the three of you can come together and say, how do I get businesses, the senior volunteers and companies to come together to do something about sustainability as an example. So those are very interesting ways of combining our strengths, and that we don't have to divide it clearly that this is only the business sector, the private sector, and these are the people sector, and these are pure volunteers. But rather, if we're able to mix and match and just find ways and means in which we can match the resources with the needs, then we can be creative in organizing this as part of the Singapore Together.